And here on the Central Coast, Monterey County leaders are speaking out against the newly drawn boundary lines for state legislative districts, which could essentially cut the Salinas Valley in half. KION's Lisa Principe explains how this could affect congressional representation for people within the county, especially farm workers. Lisa?
The redistricting process only happens every 10 years after the census is taken, so Monterey County leaders want to make sure the districts are drawn fairly so all Central Coast residents and farm workers in the fields will have proper representation. The California Citizens Redistricting Commission is out with their first draft for redrawing district lines, and Monterey County leaders are not happy. The new maps are drawn by an independent commission, and they essentially split South Monterey County in half.
We didn't have any representation from any members from the Monterey Bay or the Central Coast, so we lack someone with real knowledge of our local communities.
The districts decide who is represented by which elected official in Congress, as well as the state Senate and Assembly. The new maps put Soledad in a completely different congressional district than its South County neighbors. Greenfield, King City, and Gonzales, along with San Benito County, would instead be in the San Jose area district, an area that is more focused on tech.
That makes little or no sense when you have a community that's really oriented around agriculture as its main economic driver. We have a lot of residents who are Hispanic, who work in agriculture and really need that representation for the whole valley.
It really reflects that they have no knowledge of our local communities.
Groot says the new districts could also weaken local voting strength.
And if we're going to link the eastern district that they're proposing with San Jose and Cupertino and other metropolitan areas farther north from us, that means the representation in the Salinas Valley will be little to none, because there'll be little chance that we ever have an elected official from this particular area.
But the commission says their drafts are based on the 2020 census and community input.
Those draft maps are designed in a lot of ways based on community of interest input we've been getting. And depending on who you are, different people have very different communities of interest. And the next steps is to kind of reflect as a commission on the feedback we've gotten and determine a path forward for accommodating as much of that community of interest input as we can as we draw our final maps.
But there is still time to make changes. The Redistricting Commission is still receiving public input before finalizing their boundaries on December 27th. County leaders are urging people to speak out to the commission and make their concerns heard. In Salinas, Lisa Principe, KION News Channel 546.